Hi everyone, this is Jackie Cooper with Love Travel Scotland, and today we are going to be on another castle road trip, and I'm super excited to be learning about a whole new castle. Yvette, how are you doing today?
Hi, Jackie. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing great. So, my name's Yvette, and I'm with Love Travel Scotland as well, our Facebook group and page. And I'm based in Aberdeen in Scotland, and Jackie is all the way across the world in Maryland in the USA.
Yep. And for those that have not been following the podcast or the YouTube, as Yvette mentioned, we do have a Facebook group called Love Travel Scotland, and the purpose of the group is to help promote local businesses and places that you could go and discover when you travel over to Scotland. And there are also special discounts and coupons that you can find in the Facebook group, as well as features of other businesses as well that are close to the castles that we're talking about. We've done a number of castles. Today, which castle are we going to be exploring?
So we're going to be talking about Cathes Castle today, and Cathes Castle is located in Banchory, outside of Aberdeenshire, and that's about 15 miles or so out of the city, so maybe about 30 minutes or so to get there by car.
So I have for those that are on our YouTube, I have a picture up, and it's a really majestic type of castle. It sort of looks like a house, but it does have towers, and there is a clock tower on it. About when was the castle built? What's its history? I know that the land was gifted to it.
Yeah, so the land was gifted in around about the 13th century by King Robert the Bruce. And so he gifted the land, and then the Burnets of Leys went on over the centuries to build their castle on it. And what's quite different about Cathes Castle around these parts is a lot of the castles were built out of granite and brick, but they harled Cathes Castle, and it's a bit of a pinky colour. It's quite pretty. So it's quite unusual.
So I know that where the town that it's located in, where is it exactly?
So Banchory is about it's about 20 miles or so outside of Aberdeenshire. So it's very close to actually where you are on that map there. It's just to the left a little bit. Yeah, it's around about there, maybe slightly higher. Just to give you a little guide. Banchory is a beautiful village stroke town. Only because I would say little town, because it's got so many unique individual little shops in it. It's a really nice place to go for getting individual gifts and things like that, and not just the corporate businessy type things that you get in other locations. There are a lot of craft sellers as well over in Banchory. They've got a beautiful park there for the summertime, lots of greenery as well. Pubs and restaurants and places to visit, lots of lovely churches too. So yeah, it's a great area to visit, whether you're popping in past to see the castle or not. It's definitely worth popping in past Banchory to have a look. But if you're going to be over there, then you might as well go and see the castle, because they have a cafe as well, beautiful grounds to walk around in. And the thing that really caught my attention as well, I think, that when we were looking into this castle, was that they had they discovered the new calendar. I think it was, Jackie, wasn't it, the Mesolithic calendar, which
Yeah.
in 2004 they did an excavation dig there, and they found a series of pits, or sorry, no, it was, yeah, in 2004 they did the dig. 2013 they had them analyzed, and they found the world's known oldest lunar calendar, dating from 8,000 BC to about 4,000 BC. So it's about 5,000 years old. Yeah, so there's some pictures there. So had no idea that was there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm showing on the one of the websites, you wouldn't know that this was a lunar calendar, but again, when the archaeologists excavate, it's amazing what they are finding. So I know that this castle has some really beautiful features in it, in
Yeah,
terms of
absolutely. It also has some beautiful portraits in lots of the rooms as well, and a little scary history to it as well. Is there is the Green Lady room, which is as I was explaining to you earlier on, being from this area with going on our school trips, one of the highlights that we as children used to do was to tease ourselves and wind each other up about if anybody was going to see the ghost of the castle. So yeah, so it's reported that I think Queen Victoria had allegedly seen the Green Lady as well in the castle. And I think that when we were reading into this as well, was it not under one of the fireplaces, the hearth, they may have later gone on to discover a body of a woman and child as well. So there is quite a lot of mystery as to around that and why there may be a ghost there, but it has been reported over the years. Some of the I've never thankfully had the pleasure myself, but yeah, it would be interesting if any of our listeners have if they've seen the Green Lady. Yeah, definitely pop it in a comment and let us know.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, whether you go on ghost tours here in the States or you go on them when you're overseas. The various whether you call it a myth or a story, it's fascinating, the different tales. So I know at this castle as well, that they do have Deathline Gardens, but they have some unusual features as well. You were telling me that for the children, they have
That's right. They have the Go Ape outdoor activity center part where you can climb up into the trees and obviously be strapped up with safety harnesses, and you can do tree skyline walks across the bits of the activities. Yeah, there you go. And or take a skateboard ride down a couple of ropes, The
yeah.
kids will get the adults up there, I'm sure. Go on, mum, go on, dad, you do it too. So, and doing it in the dark as well probably adds to the adventure, definitely in winter time. And as things are starting to open up again around Aberdeenshire, it's definitely a great outdoor activity place to take the kids to burn off some of their energy that I'm sure that they've got.
So with this castle, is it still is it in a trust or is it in a family now? Who owns it?
Yes, so in 1951, it was passed over and given to the National Trust for Scotland. So the National Trust for Scotland take care of it now. And as we said in some of our other previous castle info blogs that we have done as well, is that, for money saving, look up and see if you can get a family card if you're going to go to many of the castles. Or look for discount codes. They're quite readily available out there as well. And I think I did say as well in one of the previous ones is that Tesco Club card vouchers at one point could be swapped for a travel card for the National Trust for Scotland. So if it's something that, the listener or their family thinks that they might do often, then definitely getting a card would be helpful. And sometimes as well, you do have to pay parking fees at the council, at the car parks. That obviously helps with the support for the castles as well. Sometimes they take cash, sometimes they take cards, so that might be something to check. Make sure that you've got cash or card on you to be able to park there. Quite often people with a disability blue badge are able to park for free as well, so that's also something to check out too.
So one of the things that we will have linked in below, both for the podcast as well as for the blog, are direct access to the castle link. We'll also have access to a variety of travel discount links, so you can get discounts on car rentals or hotels when you come over. And again, there are a variety of local businesses that you can support in the towns, and obviously, from the various arts and crafts and other little shops that might have local artisans. It's always good to support local. Anything else that you can think of about this castle that you'd like to share?
Not about the castle, but about the area of Bankery. It just occurred to me that there's some beautiful waterfalls over there as well,
Oh,
called
yeah.
the Few Falls. I'm probably maybe not pronouncing it correctly myself. It's just as you're leaving Bankery, there's a lovely bridge, and just underneath that bridge, there is beautiful falls. And if it's the right time of the season, you can see the salmon trying to jump back up them as well. Bankery is quite a keen place for fishermen for the river fishing, for trout and salmon. So it's really popular area for them. So if the wife or the husband prefers to look at the castle, the other partner can always go fishing if that tickles their fancy too.
What about hiking or canoeing?
Yeah, hiking and canoeing, kayaking. Yeah, absolutely. All those outdoor activities are available in the area. It is around the Royal Deeside area, and that's really popular with outdoors. There are lots of Munros, mountains, hills, hikes, coastal walks, you name it. It's all around here. So there's definitely something for everybody.
So at one point you had told me about how many castles there are in Scotland. It's quite a few, aren't there?
Oh yeah, Jackie, you're going to put me on the spot and I can't remember, but I think
it's okay. That's okay. I think in your area it said there was at least 150 or something like that.
It may have been something like that. I think that as well, castles in Scotland I thought was around about 4,000, but I'll be honest, I'm doing a quick Google search to see if I can actually find the number for you. But let's see, 2,000. So well over 2,000. So it could be 4,000. I may be right.
All right. So, well, we haven't quite hit that many in our podcast, our talk shows, but stay tuned to the next one. We might be staying in this location, or we might hop, skip, and jump to a different area within Scotland. And that's what is, really fun, because you can plan a road trip and go from castle to castle to castle and not be bored. And I love the architecture and, of course, meeting the people.
Absolutely. I love to walk around the gardens. I love, like you said, architecture. I like to snap pictures, different angles of the buildings, and zoom in on different bits, the windows or the nice little designs around them, the family crest, things like that. But equally, I like to be out in the gardens as well. And I have this thing for snapping pictures of trees, and people might think, well, most trees are all the same, but they have their uniqueness, and I do like to get pictures of trees. So it's a lovely, nice, peaceful day out. You could go there as well, take a picnic, a rug, and enjoy it on a good day. And hopefully we will have many more good days to come, brighter days. Sunshine is coming. And if anybody as well has visited a Scottish castle and have pictures of it and want to share them with us, that would be great. Or if you want to see a castle in particular that we haven't visited yet, then drop that in our comments below as well. Or reach out and let us know, and we'll either go and take some pictures of it directly, or we'll find some pictures and we'll talk about that castle too.
Yep, for sure. And we do have a lot of people who are reaching out to us that said that they'd like to do remote tours to help us with exploring the castle. So we look forward to those on future ones as well. Thank you so much, Yvette. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe to Love Travel Scotland, and also visit our Facebook group, so that way you can stay up to date on other posts that you might not catch on either the YouTube or the talk show. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jackie.